Number four is this idea of Kickstarter, which is we get out there at the moment and somebody says, I've got an idea, I want some money to get it up and going as a product. Instead of that, somebody says, I've got an idea about how to address a pressing social issue, and lets a citizens jury, a series of experts, go out and try it. I mean, the thing about technology in my business venture capital is we're finding all of these really low-cost ways to get something up, try it and see how it works. And yet government, the problem about it is it's so cumbersome, it's so come from the top, it's so if it isn't $1 billion, I'm not going to try it. And yet guys have started businesses that change the world on $100,000.
I wonder if you mind putting the headphones on, because we'll get some audience reaction to this. But just to summarise, you've got these four ideas, or four areas, and if you made this sort of form of national service compulsory, you would have people involved and compulsorily involved in one of these four areas. Is that correct?
Yes. My fundamental point is you should recognise when you've got an Australian passport and when you're an Australian citizen, if you're called, you come.
Tom, hello. What do you think?
G'day, Neil. It's just very refreshing listening to these ideas. I think it's fantastic, and I applaud Mark for these. It's pretty simple, but I think these sort of initiatives could have a really great impact on society. I love the idea of the young and the old. You've got young people with lots of, blue sky in their eyes, and you've got old people with the wisdom, probably some of them can be lonely. And every single initiative sounds really worth thinking about. And they don't necessarily have to cost a lot of money to have a huge impact on society.
Okay, so where do we go? Where do you go from here, Mark Carnegie? How does this happen?
Well, they asked me to start a row and start a conversation and start an argument. I'm sitting here with the guy who's the person that's able to do it in Melbourne, and I think we're beginning to do it, which is, my whole point is, let's try some things and see how it goes. See what's good.
Do you reckon there'll be will leaders, will community decision makers be brave enough?
I don't know, mate. It'd be interesting to see. But at the moment, the problem is, like your callers, like your listeners, the silent majority of Australians, the radical centre, is currently disengaged. And all I'm trying to do is find some way to give them a mechanism to actually get back in and get engaged and be part of the argument.